Hey, you know what? All I gotta do, hey. Yeah. Hey. There's just something about the magic couch. And I was saying this to Ulebu when he was busy getting his face massaged and made up. That usually the magic couch works in a certain way, where we give people the opportunity, the ability, the strength to go on and score goals. But rarely do we get it when hardly you've taken a breath from him scoring a goal, he then comes onto the magic couch, because now we don't know what we're supposed to do for him, because he's already done it. But there's not just one player that scored already. There's another player and a coach that's already scored a job, full-time contract. He's been stand-in coach for a gazillion times, and I was sick and tired of him being a stand-in coach, because him standing in actually proved that he's actually able and capable to be there. He's 2 years short of being the big 5-0. Kaitano Tembo, good to see you.
Thank you, Rob.
Really?
How does it feel now? I mean, I can call you Coach Kaitano Tembo, not caretaker coach.
Yeah, it feels good. But also it comes with a lot of responsibility.
But what is it about that badge, SuperSport United, that's made you stay there? I mean, I'll say you're 2 years away from being 50, but you've been there 19 years, 1 year short of 20.
Yeah, I think the club has been like a family to me, my second home. I think they've really looked after me, and I feel comfortable, being at the club, a club with, which looks after its people, and I think it's been great for me.
Is there any person that you know that has been at the club longer than you?
Well, at the moment, we've got our kit manager, Joe Boshielo. In fact, when I arrived at the club, he's the one who came, he fetched me at the airport. He was driving, Thomas Mariha's old Cressida. And so I think he's the one who's been, the longest, at the club at the moment.
Sure. Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing what the club will give both of you. Obviously you for 20, and I'm sure him for maybe, 28 years or 30 years. I don't know. What would they give you, a watch or socks or?
No, I think for me it's not really about that. I think it's I appreciate what they've done for me as a person, and I've grown to be a better person, to be a better human being, and I think for me that's what really matters.
Okay. Now, when you talk about Swakopmund, you're talking about Namibia. Namibia is a place I've actually never been to, ever, in my entire life. And it's a disgrace that I've never been there. And I know that when they say Deon Hotto, people stop.
Yeah.
But it's Deon Hotto, remind me.
Evening, bro.
What's the full name, Deon?
You know me, I avoid about good evenings, because we could be in the morning in another country. Deon Hotto?
Hot.
So where does the Kabenji come in?
That's my father's surname.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but for you, in terms of everything, it's just Deon Hotto?
Yeah.
The way it's been all the time?
Definitely, yeah.
And tell me, I mean, Namibia being your home, but also South Africa being just next door, which one do you feel most comfortable with football-wise?
Football-wise, yeah, it will be definitely be South Africa. Because of the facilities they are having. It's a well-structured league, and yeah.
You again, I mean, this is exciting about this magic coach, full-time coach, new player. Why Bidvest Wits? Who started this conversation? How did you end up, I mean, Gavin Hunt?
Yeah.
Hi?
I got the call from Gavin Hunt.
Straight
call from Gavin Hunt. He phoned me and asked me whether I'm ready to join him, and I said to him straightforward, yes, I am ready, and here I am, yeah.
Because I mean, you have had no issues or no problems in terms of fitness. You've had no problems in terms of injuries. You've had no problems in terms of the coach playing you. I mean, in a league where there are 30 games, you don't like take a little piece of 10 minutes here.
No.
No. You finished 28 of those 30 games.
Yeah.
I mean, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. I think for me, it's the most important thing is the recovery and And the liquid you put in your body
Yeah.
in resting, that's the most important thing.
What do you
for a
put in your
footballer.
body?
Yeah.
A lot of water.
So the liquid should be water and
Definitely
only water.
water, yeah.
I'll take that into mind.
Yeah.
I mean, that is exciting. Any questions, though, remember, for any of the guests that are here at the Magic Couch, and it's an exciting night for us here on TNL, though, Maboe, and even before we go to our third guest, the activity is happening on social media. Just remind us of what's cooking there.
Well, I love the fact that Deon described himself as hot, 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 hot. And a lot of people are going on Twitter saying, Pedro saying the league is really promising, that we're going to have goals this season. Wow, Temba's one, Lucky Boy Mkwena. All the PSL awards are going to be so interesting. And I see Love Kwaito says, how is Deon Hotto's goal not part of hot goal selection? That was a click, click, bang. And then he goes on to say, I must admit, Highlands Park goal was also a beauty, but Deon Hotto. So we need another nominee for that.
All right, I did put it out. I put out the challenge because I knew he was going to be on the Magic Couch, and I wanted him to object to me leaving out his goal, right? So maybe let's remind people of that particular goal,
Yeah.
though, because undeniably, when there's such a cold front outside, this is,
Look at that.
Okay, you looked around, you saw one option and you left. You decided against that option. Why?
For me, I saw the opportunity because Kune was moving. Kune was moving with the play, so I took the opportunity, and luckily it fell inside of the net.
Have you ever scored a goal
Outside of the net.
anywhere close to that?
Pardon?
Have you scored a goal similar or close to that?
Yes, I did during preseason. I did, yeah.
So this is your daily bread.
Not actually. I'm still working on it.
Sure. No, they're absolutely right. This is just the start of a season.
Yeah.
2 games that have been played with all of the teams.
Yeah.
So that is Hotto goal number 4
Yeah.
of the 3 that we put forward. So undeniably, I wash my hands and we say we put 4. We put the challenge back to you that's watching and say, give me another one. Give me another one that's going to take that one out. I want to find out from Ulebo, who says, and has been saying in the media, that 1 minute he was busy training in Maritzburg, and he took a unique cow train from Maritzburg.
A unique
There is no such, but he took a unique cow train to Joburg, ended up in Tloorkop to train over there. But firstly, though, Maritzburg United, how important was that debut that was given to you by Ernest Middendorp? I mean, even back, 2016, 2017 season?
Well, it was very important for me, you know. I feel like that gave me more reasons to keep on working hard, you know, because I saw that, you know, if I keep on working the way that I'm working at, I'm surely going to be one of the starters of the team.
And with him comes a coach, and they've been saying this so many times, that current coach of Maritzburg United pours a lot of praise to Ernest Middendorp, just in terms of what he's taught him coaching-wise. How similar are they, these 2 men?
Well, I feel like they are the same,
Yeah.
you know. I'd say Coach Midden, Ernest left a good foundation for Coach Fatlu to just carry on with where he left off, you know, and I feel like, yeah, that's what worked for us.
Now, Sidwell Maboe, the man that everybody talks about, the man that I hope you don't try and emulate, because it's always a danger when father, son, and there's comparisons. I just hope that you don't try and do that.
No, I'm not.
Not at all.
I'm running my own race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the motivation comes from.
Yeah, it comes from him, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how happy is the family, though? Because this is, this is a lifetime move for you. I mean, this is like anybody's dream.
Yeah. They're really excited, you know. They are really excited. As soon as they knew that Sundowns wanted me, you know, they said, you know what, you can't let this opportunity pass you. You know, because everything that I do it through them. I have to talk to them first and hear what they say, and they're like, okay, now take on the challenge, boy, and let's see what's going to come up. And I was obviously not going to back down from the challenge. That's why I'm here with Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah. Oh, and just, there was a report of saying that when you kind of walked into the setup, there were some of the analysts that were there, and they kind of went through and they taught you how Sundowns actually play. And that's kind of helped you. You came off the bench, you contributed, coach gave you praise. This time around, I even asked you the post-match, I said, how much of this performance do you think has earned you a first team berth for your next game? And you obviously showed it by earning it. What was it about that analysis of how Sundowns play made sense to you, and what were they saying to you?
You know, the way that they line up, it's similar to what we do at Maritzburg United. So it was easy for me to adapt, you know. And I'd say the fact that I'm also a good player, you know, I easily get to understand people, you know, and the players around me. So that really helped me.
Okay. All right. Lots of the questions that are coming through thick and fast, so keep on sending us your tweets as well. Kaitano Tembo, I mean, SuperSport is kind of a bit of a rocky ride. They're one of those teams that don't fire coaches easily, right? Touch wood. We've seen it happen, I think, only once when Kevin Johnson was there. It was a unique thing because that had held on to Pizzo, that held on to Gavin for many, many years uninterrupted. And you would know that because you're always part of that setup. How much does that play into your head where you know that you stand a good chance here, Kaitano, of establishing yourself? I'm not saying copy or do anything, but I'm just saying falling into the history of the success of a Pizzo and of a Kevin Hunt in a long contract or a long stay at this club.
Well, I think what's very key for me is just like when I've always been an interim. I think this is not the first time, you know, especially at the end of last season, I've been given, you know, like a one game, you know, take charge of one game, and I've always taken that seriously as if it was my last. And I think that's the attitude which I'm always going to apply. What's important is the next game, and I'm not going to really look way ahead, you know. I'm just going to try and focus, you know, game at a time, and I think that's very key. And to make sure that as a team we progress, as a team we improve on a daily basis. I think that's the only way we can reach where we want to be.
Do you believe, though, that match day 2 now was a far better performance than match day 1?
Most definitely.
What changed?
I think we played better. In terms of our possession, I think the first game we didn't really have much possession, and we didn't have quality possession, although we created, you know, few chances. But yesterday's game, I think we dominated in terms of possession. We played into effective areas. We arrived into effective areas. We created, you know, enough chances, you know, to win the game comfortably. And I think we can look back and say, where do we want to try and improve, you know, going forward? You know, I think maybe work a little bit on our, you know, our quality on the final third in terms of the final pass. Our movements were a little bit better. We created, you know, better chances. And I think maybe the finishing as well, we can also go back, you know, into the training ground and try and work on that.
All right, you know, talking football, and I'm loving this conversation here because it's just full of new prospects all around, from a coaching perspective, from a playing perspective, from an African football perspective, which is what Lebohang has come through to Sundowns for, and without a doubt. And Gavin is looking to reshape Bidvest into the title-winning team, and you can see it by the personnel that he's brought in, and I'm sure even the continent is something that he's vying for. Now, I don't know, the past couple of hours have brought about a lot of sad news. And the one thing I know, Moeng, is that when we brought Tusbahle Mpisane onto the show, we did because we wanted her to come and revive people and get them, you know, fully fit as the fitness bunny that she is.
Yeah. And it was quite actually a bit awkward. You wake up to the sad news of someone's passing, and then you wake up and there's other news. You're like, wait, is this fake news on Facebook? But then her dad came out with a statement to say that, yes, my daughter was involved in a car accident. And look, all I can say is that, Smatla, we wish you a speedy recovery to the Mpisane family and all her friends and her fans. Keep her in your prayers. Yeah, that's basically all we can do. Just pray for her.
No, without a doubt. And obviously a friend of Thursday Night Live, is a friend of everybody out there in the world. And obviously that does strike well as well for Usbahle Mpisane. Wishing her a speedy recovery. I know that she was in intensive care unit the last time we did make a check on that. And yeah, we'll come back after the break and we'll pay tribute to yet another soldier who sadly passed away that was also on Thursday Night Live. I mean, what a soldier, what a caring, what a genuine, honest person that he was in his life journey. And yeah, we're also going to add on to the Magic Couch another player, another Justin. Eh? Just in.
Just in.
He's just come in. He's just in. You work it out who the player is. He's just in.